Hi guys, and welcome back to Lingoni. My name is Jenny, and today I want to talk to you about the German cases, specifically the nominative case and the accusative case. Let's get started. So the question is, what is a case? You don't have that phenomenon in English, so this may be a strange concept to you at first, but you get used to it pretty quickly. So a noun in a sentence has a specific role. A noun can be the subject of the sentence, it can be the direct object, or it can be the indirect object. Let's take a closer look at what this means. Let's take a look at the subject of a sentence. The person or the thing that is doing something is the subject. So for instance, das Auto ist rot. The car is red. What's red? The car. It's the subject of the sentence. Das Auto ist rot. Der Junge weint. The boy is crying. The boy, der Junge, in that sentence is the subject. Mein Magen ist leer. My stomach is empty. Magen is a noun and it's the subject of the sentence. It's empty. Mein Magen ist leer. Der Hund rennt im Kreis. The dog is running in a circle. Der Hund rennt im Kreis. So the dog is the one that's running. He's the subject. Der Pullover ist zu klein. The sweater is too small. Pullover is the subject here. Der Pullover ist zu klein. So in those sentences, we only had one noun, but what happens if we add a second noun? That's when the accusative case comes in. For instance, ich sehe den Hund. I see the dog. So now we have a subject, and we have the thing that we see, which is the dog. Ich sehe den Hund. It's not the other way around, the dog sees me, but rather I see the dog. Ich sehe den Hund. Ich, I'm the one who's seeing something, I'm the subject, and the Hund, the dog, is being seen. So the Hund is the direct object. And that's why Hund takes the accusative case. In German, you can also switch those two. You can say, den Hund sehe ich. And that doesn't change the meaning of the sentence. It still means I see the dog. Den Hund sehe ich. Now, what if the dog sees someone? In that case, you would have to say, for instance, der Hund sieht das Mädchen. The dog sees the girl. Der Hund sieht das Mädchen. Der Hund is the subject now. Das Mädchen is the person that's being seen. She's the direct object. Die Frau isst einen Apfel. The woman is eating an apple. The woman is the one eating something, so she's the subject. And the apple is being eaten. It's the direct object. Frau takes the nominative case, and Apfel takes the accusative case. You could also say, einen Apfel isst die Frau. Same meaning. The woman is eating an apple. Die Familie feiert den Geburtstag. The family is celebrating the birthday. The family is the subject. Geburtstag is the direct object. Or the other way around. Den Geburtstag feiert die Familie. Same meaning. The family is celebrating the birthday. Now, when do we use der Hund and when do we use den Hund? This is something you have to remember. Der Hund means the dog. Den Hund also means the dog. But der Hund is in the nominative case. Den Hund is in the accusative case. So it depends. If the dog is the subject, you have to use der Hund. If the dog is the direct object, you have to use den Hund. Der Hund frisst sein Futter. The dog is eating his food. The dog is eating, so he's the subject, der Hund. But ich sehe den Hund, I see the dog. The dog is the direct object now, it's not the subject anymore. So we have to use den Hund. Der Mann fährt zur Arbeit. The man is driving to work. Der Mann, the man is the one driving. He's the subject, so we have to use der Mann. Ich sehe den Mann. I see the man. Now the man is not the subject anymore. It's the direct object, so we have to use den Mann. Der and den, those are definite articles. What if we have an indefinite article? Very similar. Ein Mann geht in die Garage. A man is walking into the garage. Ein Mann geht in die Garage. The man is walking So we say ein Mann. Mann is the subject. But what happens if the man becomes the direct object? Ich sehe einen Mann. I see a man. So now we don't say ich sehe einen Mann. That's wrong. Ich sehe einen Mann. We add an en because the man is now the direct object. Ich sehe einen Mann. So those are all the changes that you need to remember for definite and indefinite articles. Der changes to den. Ein changes to einen. That's the only thing you have to remember right now. And you have to be able to identify what's the subject in a sentence and what's the direct object in a sentence. So let me give you a few sentences right now and then you can try to find out what's the subject and what's the direct object. Den Hund sehe ich. Den Hund sehe ich. So what's the subject here? Who's doing what? The subject is ich. I am the one seeing the dog. And it's den Hund, not der Hund. So the dog is the thing that is being seen by me. Ich sehe den Hund or den Hund sehe ich. Das Mädchen lacht. The girl is laughing. What's the subject? It's the girl, das Mädchen. Die Familie isst zu Abend. The family is having dinner. Die Familie isst zu Abend. What's the subject? Die Familie, because the Familie is doing something. They're having dinner. Ich höre Musik. I'm listening to music. What's the subject? The subject is ich, because I'm the one listening to music. And music is the direct object. Musik. So we already know that der changes to den and ein changes to einen. So those are only the masculine articles. The good news is that the feminine and the neutral and the plural, they don't change. Let's take a look at the following table. So in this table you can see that der changes to den, die doesn't change, das doesn't change, and die doesn't change. So you only have to remember der changes to den. And the same for indefinite articles. Ein changes to einen, but the other articles stay the same. Eine stays eine, then we have ein in the neutral, which doesn't change either, and then we don't have a plural article. All right, let's take a look at a few more examples. Ich nehme den Apfel. I'm taking the apple. Ich nehme den Apfel. Ich is the subject, Apfel is the direct object. Ich nehme den Apfel. Der Apfel schmeckt gut. The apple tastes good. Der Apfel schmeckt gut. Der Apfel is the subject here. Of course, in order to use the right article, you need to know the gender of the noun. Genders are really important in German, especially for the cases. So for example, ich kaufe blank Kugelschreiber. I'm buying the pen. You would need to know that Kugelschreiber is masculine, der Kugelschreiber. So you can say, ich kaufe den Kugelschreiber. I'm buying the pen. Or you can say, ich kaufe einen Kugelschreiber. I'm buying a pen. Sie kauft blank Vase. She's buying a vase. So you would have to know that Vase is feminine, die Vase. Sie kauft die Vase or sie kauft eine Vase. Ich buche blank Reise. I'm booking a trip or I'm booking the trip. Reise is feminine, so you would have to say ich buche die Reise or ich buche eine Reise. All right, guys, now you should be able to identify the subject and the direct object in a sentence, and you should be aware of how the articles change in the nominative case and in the accusative case. If you want to do some more practice, make sure to go to lingoni.com. We have over 600 PDF worksheets. We have over 12,000 interactive exercises and a pronunciation tool, so you can practice pronunciation as well. Vielen Dank und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss!